Welcome back to the show. So we're going to continue on to the journey of 12 universal law. And so far, the episode that's been released is on cause and effect, law of gender, and law of inspired action. And you haven't watched any of those episodes, links in the show notes on the podcast platforms. Or if you are on the YouTube, then the links will be in the descriptions that you can find those episodes. So today I'm going to discuss with you guys on law of vibrations. Everything in the universe is energy, constantly moving in a different frequencies, and atoms never stay still. Even solid objects vibrates. So before there's any attractions, before any manifestation, there is vibrations. And the simple analogy is just like a radio stations or the TV channels that you are changing through every day with your remote control. Because you will only watch or hear what matches the frequency you are tuned into. So if you, let's say if you want to listen to the 90s pops on your radio, you're not going to tune into something like a classic 70s, right? Because you're out of tune. And in our reality, if you're out of tune, then that means there's suffering, there's uncomfortable, and there's struggle in your life. So why is this matter in our daily life? Because your inner state is a frequency that shapes everything that we see in our reality. Our reality is not a solid matters, is a projection of our inner state, how our conscious and subconscious combine together to project the reality that we see in the space. So when you shift your thoughts, your emotion, your beliefs, we shift the vibration, what we project, which is what we broadcast at the same time. Higher vibration will be, giving an example, will be like joy, gratitude, loved, and I cannot express anymore, but gratitude is so important because without gratitude, you will send out a signal, you're broadcasting your vibration, your frequency will be showing that you're lack of. And when you're showing lack of, then that will be considered more in the lower vibrations. And besides lacking, fear, resentment, anger, and lust is also considered the lower vibration. So here's a personal story I want to share with you. The past 2 years, I've been encountered twice. I've been encountered people are scamming, fraud, doing shady business with me. Normally, I will feel very frustrated, angry, and very emotional, and will have that negative thoughts and lower vibration emotion broadcasting out, right? But since because I was already in learning, having this spiritual awakening journey, so I am aware, consciously aware that this is coming from myself. This is coming from my inner state, because I, looking back, that I was encountered with this person and he's more in a negative and lower vibration energies. So I will somehow observe that energy into myself. And even though I'm cleansing myself these past 2 years, but sometimes it doesn't happen right away because it takes some practice, some time in a sense. So we have to be patient, and many times people giving up so soon, thinking it's not working, but it's actually working. It just have that lacking status. And once you keep going, keep moving, and do not label anything that you experience, then it will slowly dissolve and fade out. So the first experience that I was on that was I lost 10K. And recently, which is a couple months ago, I encountered another one, which is I know it's a lacking of my past assumption, past relationship with somebody's energy. And the second time, the amount, if we put it in a dollar amount, the amount is smaller. So right away, I know what's going on. So I just let it be. And I'm just full like water and not thinking much and just go through this experience. And this can be frustrating, but if you have a gratitude, just look into, even though in a sense, it's a loss, but think about it. I have the money to, quote unquote, to be lost. So imagine many people probably don't have that money to be considered lost or to be scanned in the first place, right? So it's a very weird analogy, but this is the perfect time for you to implement, practice the gratitude. Because if you look into yourself, this is what you have the money, and that's why you have the opportunity to lost, and that's a gratitude. And once I pass that, even though it's a loss in a sense of the projection of the reality, but if I just treat it as an experience, eventually, quote unquote, that loss, the universe will give it back to you. And I truly experienced that as well, because last year I lost 10K, as I mentioned, but towards the end of the last year and the beginning of this year, I actually made that money back double. So this is just explaining to you, gratitude is the key to have it higher vibrations. Another everyday example is sometimes when you walk into a room or meet someone new and you can sense somehow their vibration, you can feel the vibration they broadcast onto the room or onto you. And if you spend a couple hours with this individual, you're going to feel drained afterward. And I did encounter that these days quite a lot. So I'm right now vibing alone because I started realizing that there's a lot of energies that is not matching with mine. I'm not saying anything about I'm better than anybody else or not, but I do understand the energy is the key, and the vibration that other people broadcast can be lower. And if you entangle with them, then your frequency and vibration will come down to match with theirs, and they will observe your higher vibration. It's like a currency exchange. If we talk about money, this is the same way. We trade our energy and our vibration like a currency. Okay, so how to work with the law of vibration. And the takeaway is, again, back to awareness. You will have to be very consciously aware of your surrounding and ask yourself, what frequency am I on right now? Every time when you have emotion, feelings, or thoughts, you will want to ask, what frequency am I on right now with this emotion, with this thoughts? And many times, most of people are not even aware of that at all. And most of people are in the responding reaction mode. For example, if you watch a news, let's say the current news these days is very fearmonger, very negative, and all you can hear and watch is bad news. And if you glue in onto the TV news, then, you will have your emotion is driven by their content on the TV. And that is not very healthy, and you're not even aware of it. So tools to raise vibration. Again, back to gratitude practice, visualization, and affirmation. I also have a video that it's guiding you, helping you to do affirmation. I will also put a link in a show note on YouTube and the audio platforms. Sound wave, movement, and breath work will also raise your vibration. Because sometimes when we are especially when we're in the angry and frustration emotion stage, if we take a deep breath in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth a couple of times, then you will calm yourself down. And when you calm that emotion down, your vibration will automatically start raising up and your frequency will broadcast in a higher status. And the last but not least, walk into the nature, go to the beach, go to the walking trail. And I just came back from a cruise. And when you wake up in the middle of the sea, and when you're surrounding with nature in a massive ocean, it feels so good. It feels like you're connecting to the whole universe. That's the feeling I felt when I was on the cruise. And of course, on the cruise, this is an international cruise, so automatically I do not have any phone contact. So when you're in the nature, you want to unplug all the technologies, and that's the only way to be in the nature, in the higher vibration, 100%. And that will also cleansing your negative energies coming from the technologies. Because technology these days can be helping and can be harmfully at the same time. So you will have to be very conscious to be aware of that. Okay? So now it's your turn. I want to hear your story to know if you have any experience of any high vibe and low vibe moments. And you can share with everyone in the comments on YouTube or leave a review on the audio platform. And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please subscribe and follow if you're on the audio platform. And if you think anyone needs to hear this or watch this, please share with them. And until next time, please be safe and peace.